Em's going to say a few words. Hi, I'm Emily Regan, formerly Fulton, for those of you who don't know me. It's a pretty incredible turnout today, and I know I want to say thank you, and I'm sure as part of the SUFH family, like, everyone's just super excited for today, and can't thank you enough for coming and supporting the program as well as Strauss. I'm not a very good public speaker, so you'll have to excuse me, everything's written down.
Wonder where they learn from.
I graduated with Strauss. We came in together as freshmen in 2007. There were 6 of us that came in, and by our senior year in 2010, there was 3 of us left. Strauss, myself, and Brooksy, who's playing today. Our freshman season didn't end the best, but we really had a blast. It sure was. College was the best 4 years, and coming into a program such as the SHIP program, the family atmosphere that it brings together is it was just so much fun. So we had a lot of laughs as a whole team, and it also created a really tight underclassmen bond, which I really think helped us to succeed through our senior year. That bond made us nearly unstoppable in 2010. In 2010, which would have been our senior year, for the first time in school history up until that point, we won the national semifinal game, putting us within reach of the national championship title. However, God had other plans for us that day, and we ended up losing 1-0. Strauss gets credit for that. She was one of the co-captains in 2010 for leading the team up until that point. Strauss was a very gentle, patient soul, and she was just so good at communicating with people. Like, she could talk to anybody. Like, she was so patient, so loving, so caring. Everybody trusted her. Everybody loved her. And in fact, of the 3 of us seniors, we all had assumed roles during our senior year. Good cop, bad cop, and our neutral mediator. And Strauss, of course, was our good cop. She was always so understanding and such a great listener. And of all those qualities I mentioned, it led her into the coaching profession, where she helped guide the team to a national championship. Those same qualities also helped her become the counselor that she was today. Over our last 2 years here at SHIP, we were roommates, and we had many counseling sessions over school or hockey or boys or anything. She was such a good listener. I can't even emphasize that enough. She always had an answer, and she was always willing to help where she could and to listen to any kind of problem. She would have made a fabulous counselor, and it truly was her calling. I'm not sure how many of you guys follow football. The Seattle Seahawks are known for their 12th man, and for those of you who don't know what that 12th man means, they give credit to their fans for being that 12th man on the field, for giving them the support to succeed throughout their season. I do think that the SHIP hockey program will forever have a 12th man here, forever. But today, I promise you, she's playing with the alumni. So, sorry, girls. You're going down. And for those of you who played with Strauss or against Strauss, you know she's a force to reckon with. So, if the turf monster gets you today, maybe it's really not the turf monster. So, thank you.
She was my teammate, coach, fellow coach, and roommate. We always joke that we live the full field hockey circle of life. Throughout those different relationships, she taught me so many things. I'd probably be here all day sharing all those things, but I tried to compile it to a few items. First one was love. She taught me not only how to love, but to be loved. She had found the love of her life. She loved Corey in such a pure way. She showed me that true love is when you love someone more than you love yourself. And the only way you can be loved is to love yourself first. Amanda was able to love in a manner because she knew who she was and what she stood for. She resembled pure beauty inside and out. How many of us truly love ourselves and others the way she loved? She taught me how to learn from my mistakes. Strauss taught me that it's okay to make mistakes in life. Mistakes are what allow us to learn, grow, and develop. We learn from our mistakes and in turn make the best of the situation. She taught me the difference between mistakes and regrets. You only regret your mistakes if you do nothing to change and make up for them. You can make up for your mistakes and not have them hinder your future. How many of us dwell on our mistakes rather than picking back up? She taught me the little things. Amanda was probably one of the most thoughtful and selfless person that I knew. She always took the time for others. Whether it was writing notes, sending cards, picking up a phone, or calling someone, she made sure that that person knew she was thinking of them. She would leave me little notes behind to say thank you, or good morning, or have a good day. Even as a tea drinker, she would get up in the morning and brew my coffee for me so I had it to wake up to. She would even call me in the store if she was out to see if I needed anything. It's really amazing how those little things added up. How many of us really take the time out of our busy lives to do the little things? Listen. Amanda taught me how to listen. Yes, Amanda was a counselor, but far before her degree, she was a dependable friend who would always lend an ear. It didn't matter how busy she was with her new job, planning a wedding out of state, or her CrossFit workouts, she always took the time to listen. But not only did she listen, but she took the time to provide thorough response. I knew I could always depend on her for her honest feedback, rather than telling me something I wanted to hear. How many of us truly listen like that? Passion. Every endeavor Amanda sought in life, she did so with such thorough passion and drive. As an athlete, student, counselor, and Christian, she took on every role with so much heart. I think we can all agree that she was probably one of the most passionate SU field hockey players. From player to coach, she was always loyal, sympathetic, and one of the best assets to our team. Everyone that had honored to play with her and to be coached by her can probably still hear her yell, "I love my best friend, SHIP Field Hockey." Her energy, drive, positivity were always contagious. As a leader, she set the bar high. My senior class always referenced Amanda's class as the class we wanted to be. How many of us show that much compassion in life? Fighter. Most importantly, Amanda taught me how to be a fighter. Amanda saw challenges not as a blocker, but as an obstacle. Amanda rose to every challenge. She didn't let long-distance relationships affect her love. She didn't let bad ankles or sore hips affect her field hockey game. She didn't let difficult classes and a busy schedule stop her from completing her master's. No, she fought and worked harder. She rose to the challenge and fought for what she was passionate about. In this tragedy, that has been my most valued lesson that Amanda taught me. My fight has been against the evil and the uncontrollables. Coach Landes taught us as players the differences between a controllable and an uncontrollable. We don't always have control over a certain circumstance or how people act, but we do have control over our actions and our attitude. I've been struggling with the uncontrollables. I want everything in my heart to make this go away, to make things better for Strauss's family, fiance, and friends, but I can't. It's such a horrible feeling when you're stuck with the aftermath. So now I have to be a fighter. I have to rise above the evil and fight for the good in the world. There's no doubt that none of us will ever be the same. We are all changed by this, but that doesn't mean the change has to be bad. We have to rise together. She is my mentor, my friend, and my role model. I'm speaking in present tense because a piece of her still lives in me. Our now angel has spread her light to all of us. Throughout her many different relationships and role on this earth, she has a place in all of our hearts. So why can't we love the way she loved? Move on from our mistakes. Why can't we listen the way that she did? Why can't we do the little things? Why can't we be passionate? And most importantly, why can't we fight for the good in the world? The answer is we can. And I think we owe it to her to do so. It is now our job to keep the light shining. Thank you.
What a privilege it is to stand here before you today. We welcome you to our alumni game. It's a very special time in which we're going to honor our friend, our teammate, and our coach. We want to thank her dear family for coming. For Mom and Dad, Crystal and Eric. For her big brothers, although they were little brothers to her, Kyle and Garrett. And to the love of her life, Corey. We love you all. Want to thank you for the impact your daughter, sister, and sweetheart had on our lives. What a joy it was to coach her for 4 years, and then an even greater joy for her to stand beside me for 3 years and be an assistant coach. I can still remember the laughter we had together. Sometimes we were almost rolling on the field. We were laughing so much, and it really probably wasn't that funny, but when Strauss and I got together, it was funny. I can still hear her say, "Oh, Coach," when I would say something funny or in disbelief that I really did say it. I don't think there was ever a time that we didn't have fun together and enjoy each other on the field, at practice, and or a game. I will never forget the PSAC championship we lost 0-1 here in 2013. After going undefeated the whole season and after the game, it was tough. Tina Taylor was the volunteer coach at the time, and she and Strauss came up to me and said, "Coach, we got it." They headed into the locker room with the team, and boy, did they give a motivating speech. I wish I had taped it because it led us to our national championship a couple weeks later. She was a champion from the day that she started her hockey career at SHIP, and we will never forget the impact she had on her teammates, on her players as a coach, and on all those she came into contact here surrounding SHIP Field Hockey. To honor her this season, our 2016 squad is going to do a few things. Number one, they have a heart sticker on their stick that says Fly High 22, and the alumni received that sticker also. They will be wearing a shoulder scrunchie that will be purple with their initials AKS for every game. Over the left shoulder, of course, near the heart. As you can see from them, they have purple shoes on and purple grips for their sticks. Jersey 22 will not be worn this season. It will be on the bench for every game, home and away. So she'll be with us there on the game. And last but not least, Corey, if you want to come on up here, her dad is going to put a circle with number 22 on our National Championship Division II field hockey sign. Who donated this sign to us also donated this disc to us. And we're very proud to put it up there in her memory because she was a huge, huge part of us winning that championship.
Look good, Coach?
Looks great. Good job, Corey. Thank you. And now, let the game begin. Let's start whacking the ball around. Here we go.